Welcome to MNA's Guide to the Accordion Card, a quick reference tool for nurses. This card was designed to give you the tools and the references you need to respond to short and unsafe staffing. MNA members requested that we create a card that was easily put in a pocket and easily accessible for you when you are dealing with short staffing. MNA members requested specifics regarding statutes that protect them, as well as citations from regulatory agencies highlighting the expectations of the professional registered nurse. Please use this guide as a tool to protect yourself, your license, and most importantly, your patients. Please note that these references and citations are specific to Minnesota at this time. These references and citations may not apply to nurses in other states. The first section, Minnesota Statute 148-171, the Nurse Practice Act definitions, highlights your responsibility to only give safe, quality care. The next section is the disciplinary action section of the Minnesota Nurse Practice Act, Minnesota Statute 148-261, specifically Subdivision 1, Clause 5 and 6. Please note at the bottom of this section the highlighted, bolded sentence that says actual injury to a patient need not be established under this clause. This means that even if a negative outcome doesn't occur to a patient, if you put a patient at risk, the Board of Nursing can take action against you. The next section deals with regulating nurses' overtime. This section highlights the fact that your employer may not take action against you if you refuse overtime beyond your scheduled shift, if you are too sick or tired to continue. You must state that that is the reason you are declining the overtime. The employer will always ask, but if you are too sick or too tired to continue, they may not take action, which includes investigating, bullying, harassing, or disciplining you for refusing that overtime. The next section on the back page includes a section where you can include numbers for your MNA steward, your MNA chairpersons, your unit manager or director, contract pages that may be applicable to short staffing, as well as a section for the CNO and CEO's phone numbers. Remember, any supervisor, director, or manager who holds a nursing license may also be reported to the Board of Nursing. The next section is a sample statement on how to refuse. Nurses often struggle with declining or refusing an unsafe assignment. This provides just a sample that you may use, but please make sure that you are clear you are not refusing to work. You are just refusing the assignment as assigned to you. The next two sections talk about the Minnesota Board of Nursing and patient abandonment. Remember that you cannot abandon something you never had. So if the transfer of care hasn't occurred between the offgoing nurse and you, then the patient wasn't yours. The next section is a Minnesota Department of Health, specifically the Office of Health Facility Complaints, requirement that as mandated reporters, nurses are required to report negative outcomes that are a result of short staffing, including mistreatments or therapies, medication administrations, or discharge planning. And finally, the last section is Joint Commission. This section includes the nursing standards, which explain that the nurse executive is responsible for nursing policies as well as staffing plans in each facility. And finally, the element of performance that highlights that a registered nurse must be immediately available to provide bedside care for any patient. We've included the QR code on the accordion card for your easy access to the Concern for Safe Staffing form. The QR code's a handy tool that takes you straight to the form. Most of your smartphones allow you to open your camera app and center it on the code you want to scan. It will then prompt you to click on a link to go to the site connected to the code. In this case, it's the Concern for Safe Staffing form on the MNA website. If your smartphone is not equipped with this capability, you can easily search for a free QR code reader in the App Store. But if you'd prefer, you can just visit the MNA website at mnnurses.org and you'll see a link at the top for the Concern for Safe Staffing form. Nurses should document their actions and their supervisor's response using this form every time you find yourself in an unsafe situation, even if it gets resolved. The Concern for Safe Staffing form is your way to document how patients suffer when staffing is short and unsafe. In nursing, we know if it's not documented, it wasn't done. Remember, The concern for safe staffing form and the accordion card are your best defense against short staffing.